Welcome back to Linda's Pantry. So today we're going to make some enchiladas. I'm doing chicken enchiladas. I've done it before, but I'm going to add a little bit of, there's a couple things that are a little different. And I'm finding that some of my newer subscribers aren't necessarily on top of all the videos. So I'm going to help out and do my part. And we're going to have an easy way to make healthy chicken enchiladas with whole wheat tortillas. I picked up whole wheat tortillas, and you need enchilada sauce. You can make your own, or I'm taking these from the store today. I've got enchilada sauce, sour cream, a can of cream of chicken soup, and a can of cream of mushroom soup, and 2 cans of diced green chilies, some cilantro, cheese, chicken, and you're pretty much good to go. Okay, so first I've kind of got to get my chicken, get moving on my chicken, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Let's see. I'm just going to take the lid. This is a rotisserie chicken that I pick up from Costco, and I actually, I love them. $4.99 is what it cost me. I don't believe, unless I really got it on an absolutely fabulous buy, that I could get anywhere close to paying that for a whole chicken, and then go home and use my oven and power for, you know, an hour, whatever it is, an hour and 15 minutes. So I'm just going to park this out. And they taste amazing. It makes this job way easier. Now, if I was going to do stock or something, then I would go ahead and cook a whole chicken from my freezer, you know, because I buy them when they go on sale for as cheap as I can get them. Because anymore, we're living in a time that you better buy it when it's on sale. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm putting all the cartilage and skin and any fat that I don't want over here. My dogs are also going to reap the benefit. I'm going to stretch $1 as far as I can today. This is going to make a ton of food for both my family and my dogs, in addition to their dog food. So I stretch their dog food without throwing anything away. I won't throw anything away if I can help it. So I can tell you it's hard to stay out of this. It smells amazing. So these pieces of skin and stuff, the dogs can have that. I'm going to cook some rice down for them today, and all that skin and the juice that's left in the bottom of this pan. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm just really taking big chunks of this meat and throwing it in my Kitchenaid mixer bowl. And you're going to go, well, why would you do that? But there's a method to my madness. Okay. Get that all down. You know, this job can be a little tedious when you're trying to shred chicken. So I've learned how to cut corners along the way in my lifetime and figured out how to make it easier on myself. Every step of the way, if I can make it easier, I'm going to try. Okay. And there we go. Oh, these are 2 lucky puppies. They really are. I'm not sure what you are actually seeing. I hope you're seeing the whole thing. Yeah. You know, I looked at my local market today when I got such a great buy on corned beef and all that. I was so excited. Their rotisserie chickens were $7. I was like, really? And they didn't look that good. They were kind of shriveled up and not really appealing, eye appeal wise. But apparently they must be a rare breed of chicken because they were quite expensive. And you're going to find that little rubber band kind of tie that they tie these up with. We're just going to discard that. And the wings are a little bit, they got quite a bit of fat and skin on them, but just take as much of this off as we can. It's kind of tedious, sorry about that. Sometimes I pause and whip right through this stuff, and then, you know, I get comments or PMs on how did you do that? That people haven't really seen it. So, you know, those of you that are experienced cooks, you know, go take a smoke break or something while I finish. Okay, we're almost there. There's, I remember the first time my daughter bought a whole chicken. She was kind of scared to do anything with it. She had always bought, you know, boneless, skinless chicken breast or legs or thighs or a whole cut up chicken. She had never ever done that, and I had to walk her through it. You know, and I don't know if it's because she didn't watch me do a lot of this stuff, because I learned from watching my mother. And we didn't have the option to get chicken parts when I was growing up. We went to the local butcher. We had one little grocery store and butcher, and we bought them whole, fresh, right there. God, they were delicious. Sunday dinner. Okay, getting there. And you're tempted to take and start, you know, getting your fork in there and shredding this, but as you can see, I'm just taking the whole hunk of breast and putting it down in there. These chickens are really juicy. Okay, that over there. And I'm using gloves because I hate getting meat products under my nails. It doesn't make me happy. And I'm sure it doesn't make you guys happy either when you do it. So I just buy these big bags of gloves. Try to have those on hand. I did add to my first aid thing today too. I was kind of happy about that. I got some first aid items, and there you go. Okay, so now the chicken is in the bowl, and what I'm going to do here is I've got all this broth right here. I'm going to show you how I do it for the doggies. And I decided, since I had such a great response from Sage getting her new toy, that we're going to have at least a toy of the month or a bi-weekly toy. She usually gets one every couple weeks. So I thought that I would bring you along for that little fun ride, because it's always a fun trip for us. We love her, and she is fun to be around. Okay, now I am going to get this down in here. What I've got in here is some rice. I don't know, it's probably 2.5 cups of rice, and some frozen peas that really needed to be used up, because as you can see, they were kind of stuck together with ice crystals, which that can cause freezer burn, and I'm good. They've served their purpose. I'm going to fill this up with water, put it on the stove on a low heat, and let it just simmer until the rice is cooked, and they'll get a scoop of this over their dog food this week, every day. So that's how I do the puppies, and I'll bring you right back for the next step of this delicious enchiladas. Just wanted to show you how big these pieces are. They're hunks of chicken, okay? And then I'm going to bring you back down to size. Hold on a second here. We'll shrink you back down and get you in a more manageable spot, I think. There we go. I think so anyway. And I'm going to hook my bowl up to the, over here to the Kitchenaid, okay? And I've got my dough hook on there. Let's see, I've got to get you in sight here. I've got my dough hook, and we're just going to put that dough hook down in there. Sorry about the movement. Lock that into place and turn it on low. Just like a #1. You're just going to leave that, enjoy yourself for a minute. And I've opened all the cans that need to be opened. How easy is that? Let that good old Kitchenaid break it up for you. So you're just going to let that go. I put it up to a 2.5 or 3, I guess. And I'll bring it back when it's all done. We're going to start mixing up our sauce. Okay, all done. Unlock it. Okay, pull your hook out. And there you go. You have this nice bowl of shredded chicken. Shredded perfectly. Oh my gosh. How easy is that? I love that method. It's just really easy. Makes this job so much cleaner, and you know, you can do other things while it's cutting or getting that meat all broke up. So you can do the same thing with pork. It's better if it's hotter. This had cooled quite a bit, but it goes a little faster if it's got some heat to it, and the pork does too. So there's a little household tip for you. Now we're going to come back over and we're going to get started on our sauces. Okay. Or our sauce, I should say. So the chicken is going to go in this bowl. And I'm going to mix up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up my cream of mushroom soup. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put it in a smaller bowl. I always get confused on this one. But cream of mushroom soup and sour cream and the green chilies all go in this bowl. Okay? Cream of mushroom, cream of chicken. If you want to use cream of chicken and mushroom, that's fabulous. It's a little more expensive and it rarely goes on sale. So what I just do it this way, you know, because you will, over the holidays, cream of mushroom and cream of chicken go on sale quite frequently for a decent price. These were 60 cents a can, so I got a bunch. I don't cook with a lot of canned soups, but I do use it in this recipe because it is fabulous. Okay, we got those done. And we got the green chilies. And I like a lot of green chilies. It really doesn't need both of these. But I love it. So, oh, and my cilantro. That's a little twist that's a little bit different. It adds a little bit of flavor to the whole mix and it makes it pretty. And so, sour cream is coming up. This was a 24 ounce, so it's down to about there. I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of it, and then we'll be golden. You know, a 16 ounce tub is really about what you need, but if you don't have quite 16 ounces, do with what you have. Okay, get this to the recycling. I really hope you guys try this recipe. It's super easy. It feeds a ton of people. I'm going to, I'm either going to freeze one of these, or, because I'm making 2 big casseroles. You'll spread this chicken pretty far. I mean, one chicken can feed an army if you do it right. So, if you think about it, what this cost, I'm trying to think here, we could probably figure it out before the video's over. I'll figure out how much all this cost, and we'll give you a cost breakdown for this chicken enchilada feast. So really, you're just folding it in, okay? And what I do now is half of it is going to go in the bigger bowl, and then I'll reserve the other half for topping. So there you go. I think that's about right. If you have a little less than half in the big bowl, that's fine too, because it's always nice to have more topping. And then you're going to pour your enchilada red chili sauce down and mix that up. I probably need a whisk. Let me grab a whisk. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and I found my whisk. I'm just pouring the rest of this enchilada sauce in here. And this is a medium heat, so all the sour cream and the soups will help tame that down a little bit. We don't want it hot. Not everybody likes heat, so. And this is what we're gonna put our chicken into. All right, so I've got my enchilada sauce in here mixed with the creamed mixture, and here's this beautiful shredded chicken. Isn't that gorgeous? How easy was that? I never knew what I was missing till my precious friend gave me this Kitchenaid. I just love it. You can do so many things with it. I don't know how I ever lived without it, and if it ever dies, I'm buying another one. I'll probably look, though, if I was gonna buy one, I'd probably want an older model. I don't think you can kill an older model, but just because I like to repurpose. I think a lot of people, oh boy, this is full. A lot of people have these and they don't use them. I see a lot of people that have them sitting on their counter and they don't use them. And boy, I use mine for everything, obviously. So I'm just gonna get this all worked in. And this is a messy job, trust me. Just saying. And it barely fits. That's okay. As soon as we start making enchiladas, it'll be fine. Okay. So I'm gonna get some made here. I bought whole wheat tortillas. I don't make tortillas when I make enchiladas. It would just be a huge job. Ooh, these look really nice. I had never had these. And I thought, you know, getting some whole grain or whole wheat into our diet anywhere I can is probably a better option than not. Gives you some more fiber, and there we go. So I'm gonna taste one, see how it tastes by itself. Wow, those are really good. You gotta love it. Okay, so I'm gonna get to making enchiladas. And I gotta open my cheese and get another pair of gloves on. Oh well, that's okay. And I'm going to use the convenience of a foil pan today because well, part of this will probably go into the freezer. And I think there's no need to dirty up a couple pans when I can use these. They're very convenient, inexpensive. You can reuse them if you want to, or at least recycle them. So, all right, I'll get rolling, and I might get a spoon for this, just because it might make it a little bit easier on me. So we want, you know, just a couple ounces, really, of chicken and the sauce down on there. And you could layer this if you wanted to, like a lasagna kind of thing. I mean, there's no right or wrong. A little handful of cheese and wrap it like a burrito. And then you'll figure out how much you really didn't need in there, because this one's probably too full. And of course that bite out of the one end doesn't help. So I'll make this a sloppy one. Put that down in the dish. And it doesn't matter if sauce gets everywhere because it's going to end up everywhere anyway, right? That's right. Make another one, cheesy. So fold it in half. And these are smaller than I usually use too, so that's part of it. They're smaller tortillas. I usually use the bigger ones for this. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to keep rolling, and we'll get these rolled out and ready to go. I might actually just roll them up like a cigar. Let's try that action. Because I know when my students bring enchiladas and they're authentic from their mothers, they are pretty plain Jane, but delicious, don't get me wrong, but they roll them just like that. So I think that's what I'll do. I'll just roll them like Mama any other mama
All right,
would.
so we've
right?
got all our enchiladas rolled, and it made 24. And I literally ran out of chicken and sauce at 24. So 24 enchiladas, if you figure that out, and each person had 2, you're feeding 12 people for the price of a chicken and a couple canned goods. I'm going to figure it out before I'm all done, but I just find that to be amazing. And, you know, nowadays you got to stretch that money as far as you can go. Okay, so now I've got the rest of my cream sauce. This is the sour cream and soup mixture. And I just kind of put it down on top, and each one's going to get some of this. This is going to bake right on top. It's just delicious. It's so creamy and decadent. It's really good. And it makes a great potluck dish. It freezes very well. I've even put these in the round foil pans and taken them camping and baked them off in the Dutch oven. So you can do a lot of things with these. And I like the idea that these are healthier whole wheat tortillas. They weren't expensive either. 40 come in that pack. So I just used a little over half, and they're $3.49 for 40 of them. So I'm going to calculate it all out for you and tell you how much these chicken enchiladas cost me. It might inspire you to challenge yourself. I try to challenge myself at least once a week. We call it once a week on the cheap. And I try to challenge myself to eat as reasonably as possible. Sometimes, though, all it boils down to is pulling something out of my extended pantry that I've got at a really good price and canned. And then it's not only once a week on the cheap, it's once a week on the easy. Fast food, done my way. All right, so actually I had a little more topping than I really needed, but you can't do with, I don't think there's any such thing as too much of it. If there is, this would be it. Okay. Okay, a little bit more and we're good. And that's how we do it. Now, you could top this with some olives. My husband absolutely despises olives, so I won't do that to him. So I'm going to pop this in an oven at 350 degrees until it's just bubbly and everything in there's cooked. So as soon as it's bubbly, it's good to go. And I'll bring you back when we're digging in. All right, you guys, my enchiladas are done. And they've been bubbling and just getting happy. You do have to kind of cover them and let them steam a little bit. Otherwise the top dries out a little bit too much. So I cover them about halfway through. You could do it right at the beginning if you wanted to. Now I just got to find something to scoop this out with so I can get one of these. They might stick along the edge, but it's no big deal. I don't know. Might have to. Okay, let me grab something else. I really like to, when I'm serving a crowd, I cut them, or I take them for a potluck, I cut them down the middle. So I'm just going to try to grab this. It's connected itself to its neighbor. There we go. Maybe. If you let them cool a little bit too, they tend to serve out a little bit better. So awkward moments are never far. Maybe yeah, I think I'll leave them just like that. And let me let you see how that looks. And it's really hot. You can see the steam coming off of that. It is hot. But look how yummy that looks. And the tortilla is nice and tender. I'm kind of surprised because whole wheat tends to be a little stiffer. Nice and hot. And oh wow. Oh, so good. I love this recipe. It truly is. It's just delicious. No matter how you do it, it's fabulous. So I truly hope after I take this bite, oh wow. I hope this inspires you to make some chicken enchiladas. They are delicious, and this recipe truly is easy to put together, and it'll feed a lot of people. That chicken was $4.99. The can of enchilada sauce, the 2 cans of soup, the sour cream, and the green chilies add up to $5, so that's $10. And the cheese, probably another $2, we'll say. So for $1 a person, you can feed 12 people without a problem. So I don't think that's half bad. That's stretching $1 a long ways. And I'll only eat one of these, but 2 of these with some refried beans and some salad or something like that is more than enough for a meal. So I hope it inspires you to try it. I hope you come back. I've got a bunch of videos coming up. We're going to have an update on my subscriber contest too here. And I hope you give me a thumbs up if you like this. I hope you, if you really like it, you go ahead and post it on Facebook. All right, guys. God bless.